Journal entry 341. The Hind is back in town. We're picking up supplies and we're gonna head out to Mandan and then to the desert. We're making sure we pack plenty of water and bringing in enough ingredients to make 1 ton of black powder and several containers to put them in. Rihanna has demanded to come along this time. She's bringing the baby. She doesn't care how dangerous it could be. She's tired of sitting around while we go gallivanting around the continent. And I bet she's worried we'll find mountains of gold in the desert and not tell her. Austin's bringing a load of artificing gear. He's planning on working on a ship cloak on the way. See how they like having an invisible airship hovering above their city. So what do we know about this desert city? Well, very little. It does little trade with the outside world, mainly due to the difficulty getting there. It must be self-sufficient to manage this. Getting there, even for us, is going to be some trouble. The map doesn't cover that part of the continent. All I know are from the memories I ripped out of the priest, and that's mostly landmarks in general direction. We should be alright, though. If all else fails, we have Rihanna to comfort us. Journal entry 342. We're in the air. It started snowing as soon as we lifted off. I was on first pilot duty. Piloting an airship in the snow sucks. By the time my shift was up, I went below decks. All my facial hair was iced. The deck is getting iced pretty bad too. If I recall, the way we did it back home is the same way they do it here. Clubs and brooms. We should be in Mandan by tomorrow and we can take a break to defrost the ship if it doesn't warm up by then. In the meantime, Jason brought a deck of cards with him he picked up in the market. They're all different from the cards back home, almost like tarot cards, but we're trying to adapt them to the game of poker. Our first few games ended hilariously and we're not sure who won. Sherry has decided to teach us how to play the game the cards are used for. It's similar to blackjack, except the face cards have a value based on the person sitting next to you, and you're trying to reach 200 instead of 21. It was a good time sink, I guess. Journal entry 343. We made it to Mandan, and their airship was hogging up their only air dock, so we had to use our landing struts. Well, what a surprise! Our landing struts were stuck. A few of us had to rope down out of the airship and unfreeze them so they could lower properly. The good news is that the snow stopped finally, but it's still cold. We're spending the night in the inn and leaving in the morning. I checked around the market for any deals on dwarven-made goods and picked up a new short sword for a pretty good deal. So a few things about those memories I tore out of the priest have been bothering me. Clearly, they're keeping hold on technology and keeping it to themselves, but why? They're isolationists. Or is that the reason why? To keep the rest of the world from bothering them? How long has the city been out there? Was it from the last group of Terrans or the ones before that? While I was in the market, I checked around for anything in the city across the desert. Well, apparently now and then someone in the merchant guild gets it in their head that he'll make a fortune starting a trade right out there, only to find out that they don't want any of their produced goods and ends up losing most of his fortune. It's become kind of a merchant guild morality story of exceeding your grasp and knowing your customer base.